Alright man, so I've been covering the Johnny Manziel comeback season for quite a while now. We did the Spring League, then we did the CFL. Now when Johnny joined the Hamilton Tiger Cats, it was already pretty well established that Jerimiah Masoli was the starting quarterback. Cool, not a big deal. I, along with many others, assumed that maybe a couple games into the season, Johnny would have an opportunity to get onto the field in a live game and show what he still got. I mean, that is his goal in this whole thing. But due to recent developments, it's a possibility that that could never happen. And unlike his NFL career, this isn't due to anything that Johnny himself actually did. But at this point, it's a real possibility that Johnny may never play a meaningful down in the CFL. Cue the Wayne. Now the CFL is in full swing, but NFL season and the college football season are right around the corner. If you're gonna need tickets to any of these events, you should consider using the app SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an app that aggregates tickets from all across the web with the whole purpose of making the buying experience simpler for you. They use a rating system to grade the deals on a scale from 1 to 10 and allow you to preview the view of your seats right from the app. If you want to download the SeatGeek app, click the link right there in the description and be sure to use my code FlemLo for $20 off your first purchase. Let's go. The thought of Johnny Manziel never taking a meaningful snap in the CFL never really crossed my mind before the season started. I'd entertained the idea of him not playing much or not playing well because, of course, that's always a possibility when you're going into the season as the backup. But I did not anticipate his opportunity being blocked by the unbelievable play of ex-Oregon quarterback Jerimiah Masoli. Now, Jerimiah was always a talented quarterback, but just like Johnny, he ran into some off-the-field issues that railroaded his career. He moved on to the CFL, but he has not been seen as an elite quarterback over there. At least not before this season, although June Jones had been singing his praises. I guess the rest of the league just hadn't taken notice. Now, if you want to know more about Jerimiah, be sure to check out my What Happened to Jerimiah Masoli video. It's a really good one. Dude was very slept on at Oregon. Now, Jerimiah through the first 4 games of the season has already thrown for nearly 1,400 yards. That's the most in the CFL. The most in the entire league, bro. He's won CFL Top Performer of the Week twice already. After his last game, he's now thrown for over 300 yards in 10 straight games, obviously going back through last season. That is a CFL record, dog. He's thrown for more consecutive 300-yard games than any quarterback in CFL history. With Masoli playing at this level, it's gonna be hard for Johnny to get any meaningful playing time in the CFL. Based on reports I've seen, Johnny's contract is a 2-year deal. Well, Jerimiah also signed a 2-year deal in January of this year. So yeah, he's not going anywhere either. Now, there was a time when CFL teams might just release a player to allow him to pursue NFL deals. But the CFL commissioner has come down pretty hard on this. In an interview earlier this year, here's what the commissioner of the CFL had to say. Our rules and procedures are clear. Players are required to honor their contracts as they are registered with the league. Now, that was a statement he made after running back James Wilder Jr. and defensive lineman Victor Butler showed frustration that Toronto wouldn't allow them out of their CFL deals so that they could pursue NFL opportunity. But CFL like, no, bro, we ain't playing like that. Both players got 1 year left on their contract. And it's one of them situations because in a year, those NFL situations may no longer be available. But at the same time, hey, I mean, they did sign a contract to play in this league. So it's one of those where it's super easy to see both sides of that. Now, the commissioner praised Toronto for following the rules. So it seems like Johnny will have to honor his 2-year deal with the Ticats. So yeah, this could get even more interesting. Some are beginning to call Jerimiah Masoli an elite CFL quarterback, and that is the last thing you want to hear as the backup. None of these things bode well for Johnny, but there is one slither of hope that doesn't involve an injury. Now, Jerimiah leads the CFL in yardage, but he doesn't lead in touchdowns, throwing only 4 TDs on those 1,400 yards. he's also tied for the most interceptions in the league with 4. So he's got 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So although he's picking up a ton of yardage, the touchdown conversion rate isn't very high. Now, just FYI, just to give you an idea, the league leader in touchdowns only has 6. So it's not like Jeremiah's that far off of that pace. It's just the 4 touchdown, 4 picks thing that really stands out. So you look at that, and then you look at the fact that the Ticats are only 2-2, right? And we all know turnovers are a big part of losing games. So you can look at Jeremiah's touchdown and interception ratio as a pretty big issue that definitely would have contributed to the 2 losses. Now we'll have to see how this develops, and I'm honestly very happy for Jeremiah. He's found success after being cast out of, the American football system. But due to the fact that he and Johnny have such similar situations, I'm not sure they can both have a storybook ending here. It's also going to be interesting to see, can Johnny maintain his new attitude? If you've been a starter your whole life, it can be frustrating to get to a point where you're put on the bench and forced to watch. Let's hope Johnny doesn't get outwardly frustrated with this and do something stupid. Now, of course, there's the possibility that Johnny could just be traded, but having a really good backup quarterback can be hard to come by. So we'll have to wait and see if the Ticats want to part with him. Depending on what type of deals they're offered, I'm not so sure that they want to move him. At this point, that might be the best look for Johnny, but at this point, the Ticats are looking for, what's best for the team. Anyway, bro, I like both quarterbacks. I hope there's some way this can work out for both guys. Y'all hit me up in the comment section and let me know what you think. Also, if you enjoyed the video, click the thumbs up button. Subscribe here if you're brand new. My name is FlemLo Raps, and I'm gonna holler at y'all next time, bro. 1.